Do you have feelings of loneliness, of frustration, of discouragement? Do you have thoughts of being stuck and of I can't take it anymore? If you feel like this, stay with me and listen carefully. With COVID-19 and this new normal, our lives have suffered radical changes. The quarantine came to impose drastic changes, personally and at a professional level. It's natural to miss our friends and families. It's natural to miss our daily routines like having a cup of coffee with friends, diner out, parties. It's even natural to miss trivial things like going shopping without having to wear a mask all the time, or rubbing our hands with alcohol all the time. Keep social distance. So having to deal with all this and at the same time supporting the family and having to work from home, it's not an easy situation. And it may lead to overload and exhaustion. So what are all these feelings of being stuck and of being in a prison and not being able to handle it anymore? They are nothing but a state of mind. And the state of mind can be changed. It must be changed, because otherwise we will be stuck in this mental prison. So you ask me, what can we do? Well, first of all, there's no room for selfishness, because our health and the health of everybody else depends partially on our behavior. So we must comply with the recommendations of the World Health Organization. But you tell me, well, I'm doing all that and I don't feel any better. Right. Because the results of our efforts of staying at home don't produce immediate results, right? We can make the forecast that we want, but the truth is there's still no certainty of anything. We thought by this time this would be over, and it ain't over, is it? So, are there other things that we can do while we're waiting? Yes. The answer is yes. So what can we do? Well, there are a number of things that can help us deal with this new situation. First of all, one thing that is most important, is highly important, is relationships, because it's very important to keep connected. So what can we do? We should call our friends and family more often, and especially use video calls, because with facial expressions you can see how the people are really feeling, you know. And you can, for instance, use headphones in order to feel closer to them and have a more intimate conversation. You feel there is more proximity in the communication. There are other things that you can do as well. For instance, if you're working from home, it's very important to take pauses, okay? Have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, relax, listen to some music, whatever makes you feel good, but make sure that you take pauses. And also, it's very important to take time for yourself. If you're isolated, take time to relax. Just take a warm bath, you know, or watch a movie, or what do you like? What are your tastes? You can attend to live streaming events. There are a lot of live streaming events that are really nice. You can watch a movie or theater, opera, ballet, or even religious events. Make sure that you get connected to reality, but you know, don't overload yourself with, for instance, the news. Every time we watch the news now, we have to hear about the number of deaths and sick people. I'm not saying you shouldn't be connected and updated, but maybe it's better if you try to read the news instead of watching the news, because you don't observe so much death and, you know, drama. I know it's not an easy situation that we're living, and we must protect our mind against all these exterior events. Also, there are other things that are important. You could, or you should, I don't know, whatever you feel like, get an agenda. Get a daily agenda, get a weekly agenda, and a monthly agenda. It's very important to set up your goals and objectives, but make sure that you adjust them to your needs. If you feel like you can't accomplish certain objectives in a certain amount of time, it's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself, as long as you don't give up, and that you acknowledge that you have to accomplish them. Other things that are very important, such as, and I think you're not gonna like this one, but I have to tell you, get good food, buy good food, healthy food, even if you're isolated, especially if you're isolated, because we tend to eat a lot of junk food, and that makes you feel miserable, right? Physical exercise as well, and drink a lot of water. You can tell me, but I live in a small apartment, I have no room. Well, you need not so much room to make exercises from the YouTube, and you have plenty of good videos on YouTube right now that you can watch. For the ladies here, I like Pamela Reif, but that's just me. You can try and adjust to whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Get connected. I've created this channel, it's an open channel, in order to have some active communication, and I'll feel very happy to answer any questions you may have. Feel free to ask me, send them to my mailbox. So if you like this video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Click here, and don't forget to activate the bell so you'll get noticed every time I put on a new video. All my contacts are available at the discretion of this video. Okay, bye now. Take care, stay safe, and keep positive.